and your email is there. The name is Adnan.
Okay, so what's your offer?
So, Mr. Adnan, let me
All right, let's do it.
take road.
Hello guys, welcome to Dispatch Tales episode 6. We are cutting through the noise today.
Just real drivers, real miles, and real numbers. And what actually left in their pocket. So let's dig in.
Let's dig in, Neil.
First, we are starting with the big trucks, the 53-1. I can say that January, even with the holidays, even with the 2 times strong storms that we were
Yes.
having,
A lot of
almost snow was all over the place. I can say that we did still amazing job. First, the drivers, I must say,
Yep.
they did amazing job with being safe on the road.
Yes. Lot
Not, we didn't have almost no accident.
Yes.
We have drivers who were stuck, but
That's
God
far away
save
from
us,
accident.
and
correct.
there was no accident. That's a huge.
There was
thanks.
there was a big dedication from them. Also understanding, believing in us, and also from our side, just put ourselves in their seat, see
Yes,
what's reasonable. Uh, if I say risk,
That's
it's
one of
not
the
a
most
risk.
important things.
Yeah, it's not a risk. Just how to say, good planning and organizing, and a little bit of risk, I can say. But
That's how you make the money.
yes,
That's how we make money.
go ahead. Sorry.
I want to start this time. I want to flip it up a little bit, to don't make it classic battle. Who are the top one? I will
Yes,
just go with like a 5, 6 of them,
I agree with you.
because a lot of guys were complaining that, yeah, but that's how much they earn, how much left in their pocket. So this time, I will do that way. I will say the numbers, and then we will discuss how much they have left in the pocket after all the expenses that happened to them. As I mentioned, I'm happy that we are having again a driver with 5,500
50, yes, 55,000.
55,000 this month.
Yep.
So, in January, the winner is Tony.
Yes.
He did $55,874 on gross. That's again amazing when you get everything together. Yes, the market was on our side and everything, but that's still a huge number. That's impressive number to manage and to make it happen when you have all those situations. I can say the snow, the holidays.
Neil, I can tell you this one. Sorry for interrupting you. First of all, you can see the difference. You are saying that the market is on our side. I totally agree with you, but look at the difference. Last month we do have 55, 56, but what was the mileage?
Yeah, the mileage is huge difference. It's huge difference. That's actually what I'm gonna right now say. So as I say, Tony have 55,874 gross on 16,554 miles. He did it on 21 loads. When I'm doing the RPM, only by RPM, he did it 3.37, which is pretty, I can say,
It's very solid and very
solid
stable.
one. Second guy, Marco, one of the guys that's always sits in the top.
Yep.
He was playing a little bit more safer this time. He did $49,920.
For me, it's 50.
Yeah, we can say it's 50 because it's missing only 8. He did it on 15,084 miles. He were having 22 loads. With that being said, he were having more loads but short one.
Yep.
His RPM it's 3.31, almost same as Tony. Tony was having 3.37.
Yep.
Mirsad, I think that the last podcast he was also in I think RPM King, something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was having a good revenue per mile. Right?
He's this January, I can say that he nailed it. Why? He did 43,150 on gross, but he did it on 11,867 miles, and he did it only on 13 loads. And I can say that he's our RPM king with 3.64. On this gross, having 3.64, it's amazing.
Yes. Shout out to Mark also, who is his dispatcher. Really good planning, really solid strategy, and perfect execution for him and from Mirsad also.
Yeah. The fourth guy that I will talk about is Ado. He did 40,000 on gross. He was having, I think, couple of days off, if I'm not.
Yeah, he was
I think yes.
1 week, almost 1 week.
He did it on 12,103 miles.
Yes,
He had 14 loads.
yes.
We are having now, because a lot of guys were complaining that only our drivers are in it, I put couple of
Other ones.
other Americans, I can say. We are having Lavrans, who is with us almost 3 years.
Good, solid 3 years.
He did $42,270 on 13,231 miles. He did it on 13 loads.
Yep.
Let me just tell you his RPM. His RPM 3.23.
Yep.
And Benjamin, he was also amazing. Those
Yeah.
two guys, Lavrans and Benjamin, those are company one.
Yep.
$42,600 on 16,172 miles and 16 loads.
Yep.
RPM for Benjamin, it's 2.63, I think. Yeah, 2.63. As you can see that I'm not showing only the good one. I'm pretty much
In
giving-
particular, I can say that we have like group of guys that did awesome job, and I agree with you. We are not saying only the top guys. Sometimes even the guys who are working, how to say, Lavrens, we are used to it because he is a really good driver. I cannot say that Benjamin is not, but to be honest with you, Benjamin in this couple of 2 months is bringing these numbers. So he is like trying, and I'm satisfied that he is fighting, and he is staying pretty much solid on the road, and he's
Yeah.
making good paychecks for him also.
he is seeing that when he's talking what he want, how he want,
Yep.
and with us pretty much fitting with his plans, it's easy for him to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for both of us
For
to make it
all,
happen.
yes, we have both.
So with those numbers, when we are seeing them, I can clearly say that we had a good month.
Yes, online you can say that you have a good
When
month, but
when you see the numbers, you can
Yes.
say those guys were having good month.
yes, yes,
So as I mentioned at the beginning, I want to make one kind of how much they bring home, how much they left in their pocket.
you mentioned it before, and even like when we were preparing the structure, you already from the beginning told me, hey, Bobby, I want a little bit a different structure. We mentioned it a couple of times, but to be honest with you, it's okay to bring also this information to some of them that they are starting to work right now. They are new in the business, they are new in the industry, so they can, how to say, have a realistic picture what is going on behind the scenes also.
That's important because when someone from side he's like, hey, those guys make 55. How much he earned? Okay, now we will show you how much he earned.
Let's look the costs.
You want it or should I?
I can do it. If you
Start,
want.
you can start with like just the basic one,
Okay,
and then
so
we will.
we are doing our calculation.
Yeah,
that-
this.
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
that we are, I can say we are experienced, and we have done the math so many times. For the fuel, their expenses are 80 cents per mile.
That's yeah. That's something like an average. That I was usually checking. That's somewhere the average that we are spending, like 80 cents are going on fuel.
Yeah.
On the reefer one, we are talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the reefer.
reefer department, correct? Yes, you mentioned on the
Yeah.
53 foot reefer department, which is our biggest department. For dispatch fee, we are charging 12%. Our
Yeah.
company is charging
That's a regular
12%.
one. That everything happening.
For tolls, probably around $2,000 per month.
Yeah,
Let's say,
from what I'm
yeah.
seeing that we have from 15 to 22, 23, but I don't see anyone over that one.
Yep. Insurance, $700.
Yeah, that's the physical one.
Yes.
And I mean, over here we can agree that it depends on the truck. Is it a newer one, older one? But from what we are having, the 23, 24, that year, pretty much is around 700 physical on
yes,
monthly basis.
Yes. And cargo is $300.
Yeah, correct. Cargo is 300, and pretty much that's something like a basic one that every driver is having.
Yep.
Now it's coming the second part, where is the trucking question
Yes.
and the trailer. Does he have it? Does he rent it?
Yes.
Does he already paid out? So usually when the rent is coming, that's somewhere around like 12, 13, 14. Depends on the year, depends. But I can say let's because a lot of times it's the year, then they add you a miles on it. So let's say this one, the 23 or 24, you rent it for 1,500
I agree.
weekly.
Yep.
And for the trailer, I can say like 500. Let's round it. So for both of them, let's agree to make it 2,000. So to be easier for some kind of calculation, I can say. When you are, when you are doing that kind of math, pretty much you are having like a almost 6, let's say, because you are not always on the road and all the stuff. Because the guys who are not on the road all the time, we are giving them discount on the rent. So I can say that less than around 6,000. Let's say 6,000 per month if they rent it.
Yes, if they're renting, correct.
If they paying, usually from what I can see, around 2,000 to 2,500. Depends how many years how many monthly payment, a lot of things. But right now we are talking of some averages that's going up and down. From the system that I can see, still there is a lot of things. I mean, small things that are missing, that our system is not showing up, because still those guys are on the road. They are eating. They have a flat tire. They have
Everything can happen on
everything
the road.
can happen. So I'm not calculating how much they spend on those kind of things. I'm just doing the basic math when I'm putting on one side the income, on the other side just the basic expensive.
Of course, and to be honest with you, some of them, as we are, how to say, mentioned in the previous episodes, some of them they were doing, let's say, they were profiting on a month $25,000 and they can spend it in 2 days. Some of them they profited like $12,000 on a month, and they even were able to save like $9,000, $3,000 were their expenses. So we cannot go into their private life expenses.
Yeah, that's
but,
something that's-
yeah. But the industry expenses, we can
Yeah,
talk about
correct,
it, and
correct.
we can give them a clear little picture.
So I will go one by one. From our math,
Yeah.
Tony did almost 56K.
Just don't forget to mention this is the take away home.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is everything after payment, after expenses, industry expenses.
Yeah,
when
correct.
we-
This is something that we did the math, and that's something that pretty much we are pretty sure that we are almost close to what they take home. Tony, as we heard already say, he is the winner with the maximum gross, almost 56. From 56,000, he bring home little bit more than 29,000. That's amazing.
Strong.
When I see
Very strong.
commission, rents, tolls, fuel, I mean that's an amazing.
Very strong, but compare it right now with
With second guy that we mentioned, Marco, he made 49,920. He net around 24,000,
almost 25.
almost 25. 24.80 it's saying in my site. But as I say, we
Same.
have a small
Same setup, but $4,000 to $5,000 difference.
yes, but we also saw that it's difference in the miles that drive.
Yes.
So pretty much I can say that amazing month. This is good earning, I can say. Mirsat, the guy with the best RPM on 43,150. He net around 23,300.
That's like 1,500 less than Marco, correct?
Yes,
With-
pretty much 1,500 less than Marco,
and less miles.
but less miles. So again, great job for him. Benjamin, the guy who was having the lowest RPM, we can see over here interesting situation. On 42,600, he was having the highest mile, lowest RPM.
Lowest, correct.
He net only 20,000. So when you just compare, he's having, yes, correct, he's having pretty much 7,000 from difference from Marco, and he's having only 1,000, not even 1,000.
Yeah.
He's having 500 less than Mirsat, but he earned almost $3,000 less.
Yep.
So you see how important is that Mirsat is having the great RPM,
Of course.
and Sutton is having lower RPM.
Lower RPM, and also look at the difference. It's almost like $9,000 swing between Benjamin and Tony.
Yes. And let's see, just a second. He's having 56. This guy is having 42.60. So that's difference from almost
Tony netted 29. He netted 20.
So 13,000 is less on gross that Sutton make from Tony, and he earned 9,000 less.
Yes.
So when you see, it's important. We talk all the time. The RPM must be on some, how to say, good lane. Example, to don't be below 3, especially right now.
Yes, right now.
Because you see how huge the difference is. The same track, on the same miles, earning less.
Yep.
So it's hard to keep it all the time with high RPM and high gross. But it's at the end of the month, you see the difference.
Yes.
And the difference is huge.
Yes, and I can remember, and I know that in the last episode and in the reels that we were filming and we are doing, you mentioned a couple of times, as long as we are above $3 RPM right now, we are on a good track.
Yeah,
And everybody
definitely,
and everybody who is working in the reefer department, I'm also only saying, everybody that it's you can hear, hey guys, I did it 3.9. We did it 4.41. We did it 5.
We did it.
This week we have a $5 per mile. I think your driver-
486.
Yes. So everybody can say anything, but we are here not to prove or to show us that we are the best. We are here to show you the realistic picture to guide to those who are right now starting or to those that are doing something wrong. And just if you're doing $3 RPM above, you're on a good track. You can earn money. Your driver can earn money. Your company can earn money, and everybody gonna be on the
Yesterday
satisfied
we
side.
have a situation where we were trying to convince a driver to take a load from I don't remember from where, but it was going to Oklahoma. It was around $2 a mile. We, as a dispatcher, gave everything to convince it. The driver accepted.
Yes.
Okay, the broker didn't send the right confirmation at the end
Yes.
because we know always they find someone cheaper and blah blah. But the point was, with that load, we explained to the driver that with taking that load, even for $2 going to Oklahoma,
Yes.
from Oklahoma he will took a crazy paying load right now.
Yes.
And with sometimes when you heard that someone did 3.4, 3.6, 3.3, you need to know that that driver, he drives sometimes $2 a mile.
Of course.
So you can't say that only by, hey, he was driving all the time $5 a mile. Maybe he takes sometimes something less for that he's having that mile. No, you need to know the basic of the math. Sometimes you take good one, sometimes you take the bad one, and you find the middle.
Yes, and this is the point that we're trying to show them. You cannot make $55,000 in a month in 4 weeks if you're running only 1,500 miles or 200,
Yeah.
2,000 miles.
And it's, yeah,
You
correct,
know,
correct.
so from a good area, we both know Tony what was driving. You know. And we knew it that sometimes Phil can provide him a load that it's paying over $4 a mile, but from an area that it's going to with a $4 a mile, he needs to go even sometimes 1.9, 2.1, 2.2. That's the sacrifice, and that's
Yeah.
the planning. That's the reality of the market, how it's working
Correct.
and how it's dealing.
That, I mean, it's simple. You need to talk with your dispatcher all the time. I'm always saying to the driver, when you are having the first conversation with me, I am also having the first conversation with you.
With you, correct?
It's really important to don't lie each other. You don't lie me, I don't lie you. Example, a lot of guys are saying I can drive 700, 800, 1,000 miles.
But
Also the dispatcher are doing the same. They are telling to them, don't worry, I will take you a good load from there. No, you don't, why you're doing that one? Because tomorrow, when the day will come, you will need to explain to the driver why you can't take that money to him.
yes,
So it's, how to say, it's really hard sometimes, and I don't get it why they are doing that one. And then I'm having a driver who's coming to our company and telling me, hey, don't send me over there, I was empty three days over there, I was sitting empty. Yes, because that dispatcher took you just the first load. We both know that from anywhere, the most paying load is the load going to Massachusetts, to Connecticut, to Maine. That's the most paying one. So no matter from where,
of course.
the dispatcher can easily take that one, send him there, and he is thinking that he take the best one. He don't know that
He's taking the best one from that area that he's.
he's, yeah,
But,
but
the problem is
going to that area, the load need to be paid not only like a good, it need to be way more than excellent
yes,
to make it worth it. Because some manager are gonna come and gonna say, okay, you send him for 3.2, now you will need to take him $2 at least
yes,
to make some average, and you can't take it. and you're getting in problem. So that's something that those guys are, I mean, I will blame both of them. In the same time, the guys who make money, I will cherish both of them.
Yep.
Because I also heard a lot of different drivers from different company that are saying, you know what, I did a great money, I did a great month. All of them have same situation. All of them have a dispatcher with who they are talking, making their plans, and fitting with every single plan what are their needs and what the dispatcher can make happen, and what the market can offer. So they put everything together, and the product is coming.
You mentioned in the beginning when you're having the first conversation with the driver, I can clearly say that the first thing that we are doing is, of course, getting know each other, and we are giving like 2 weeks period of test period,
Yeah,
as I can say.
that you can feel the driver.
You can feel it, the driver, because the driver who is starting on the road on first day and the driver on the 12th or the 11th day after running, it's not the same driver.
Yeah, we already talked in the previous episode about it.
So the thing is, if we do have same aims, same goals, if we are here to grind it, if we are here to show a big dedication and a good plan, the execution gonna be impeccable.
Yeah. So I can only sum it up over here with everything that we are saying about the Netcam. I can say that the highest earner.
Yeah, let's go to the RPM.
No,
Let's
let's just sum it. The highest earner, it's 29,400.
Yep.
Even with Benjamin having 42,600, he bring home 20,400. When we only compare this one to company, he will still make less money. So over here, he's making more money. That's for sure.
Yep.
Okay, yes, he take the maintenance now on him over here. The company is taking the maintenance on their back, I can say. However, we can see that we are having a drivers who take home 29,400. We are having a drivers who take home 24,80. We are having a drivers who take home 23,300. We are having a driver who take home 20,400. So I can say that January, it's not only good on numbers when we say the gross.
Yes.
It's good also what they put in their pocket.
Yes.
So I'm happy for them. Those are amazing numbers. I wish the same to happen in February.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Okay, we go to the next segment. Bobby, who is the king of RPM in January?
The king, you mentioned it before, and I can clearly say that it's Mirsad. His RPM was 3.64. Tony has an RPM of 3.37. Marco has an RPM of 3.31. Admir has the same RPM, 3.31. Lavrens was doing 3.23. Velibor was 2.86. And Benjamin was 2.63. So clearly we can see that Mirsad 3.64 is our RPM
So
king.
Mirsad is the king of RPM.
RPM, correct.
We also saw it in his net what he earned.
Yes.
It's a good one. Alright guys, now we are going to another segment. Now we are going to our straight box 26 footer department. I can say that it was also amazing month for them, because in their department the weather and the holidays were pretty much, you can see by the results and the numbers. With us today it's Luca. He's our guy who is taking care about the box trucks also. Hello Luca, how are you?
Hi Neil. Yeah, I'd like to highlight the fact before starting the numbers that January was tough for us because of the holidays and the weather. New Year's, Christmas, and the big storm that arrived on January
Yeah.
caused a lot of the drivers to stay at home, to take some time off. Even the ones that stayed on the road were forced to deliver a few days later because of the holidays.
Yeah, either the warehouse was closed
Yeah,
or
the facilities were closed, so they were forced to take loads that were longer in transit, a day or two than usual.
yeah, because of
That's why it affected our growth. So that's what our grosses are a little less than usual, but we still did great numbers. We did our best to maximize the profit, to make as much money for the drivers in as little miles as possible.
Let's hear the numbers.
Yeah, let's start. Let's start with Dimitar. Dimitar has had the highest gross. There were a couple of guys close to him, but he was high, but just a little bit. Dimitar did $29,800 on 15,752 miles on 14 loads. Interesting fact for Dimitar is he didn't do any partials this month.
That's really important because every partial it's adding on the gross and not much on the miles.
Yeah, I mean usually you try to avoid the extra added miles.
Yeah.
So everything you take from the partial is usually pure profit.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
helps a
yeah,
lot.
correct.
It helps a lot. Close behind him is Zvezdan.
From what I can see, it was funny difference. Very little one.
Yeah,
only
only 50 bucks. Only
50
51
bucks.
Zvezdan did $29,749 on 15,354 miles. He did that on 17 loads. Those 17 loads include 3 partials. So the main difference between those guys, even if Zvezdan had a little less miles, he did 3 more partials. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what we can. On first view, we can see the difference between both of them. That they're having pretty much the same gross, I can say, but the miles are 400 less.
yeah, 400 less for 50 bucks
Yeah,
less.
you will trade them all the time.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but there are people who prefer to do partials, who like to do that, but a lot of drivers don't want to do that because you do waste a lot of time. You do have added
That's a
pickup, added
yeah,
delivery. You do risk. God forbid you broke down while you have a partial in the chart. Then you have 2 loads to worry about getting on time at the receiver. So it does waste a lot of time. It can cause some you know, it's harder for drivers to do partials usually, but they do cause a lot more profit. Yeah, it helps drivers stay profitable. It helps.
I saw a lot of guys who are making money on partials, but I saw a lot of guys who lose a lot of money on partials. Why? One broke down.
I agree.
Just imagine you're having two loads in the truck. You need to find now. I mean, pretty much either you need to pay immediately someone to fix on the road. That's gonna cost you a lot of money. You are already late on both of the places where you need to deliver. With that being said, you're getting in bigger trouble because just imagine, let's say you are delivering Friday. You have 2 drops, and your plan was to make it happen everything on Thursday, but with the broke down, now you are arriving Friday. You were planning that in case I'm late Thursday for the second one, I will just deliver it Friday, and everything gonna be okay. Now with you coming Friday morning on the first one, you're already possible late for the second one, and instead of making another load on Friday, now you are stuck till Monday. Yes, your RPM will be better, but in reality, the gross, that's interesting to see.
I mean, I would like to say one more thing about the partials. Yeah, I agree with that, but it's not always that your rate per mile will be better. It's very important to plan it smart with partials. Most of dispatchers do take cheaper loads just because they can take a partial, and they do end up booking a cheap partial.
Yeah.
And
instead
making a mess.
of $2 a mile, they will take 2.13 example. I will just throw a number.
Yeah,
and he will earn 0.13 cents more, and he's having huge headache about everything.
You'll probably miss out on a good load tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So it's very important to plan it. If you're gonna do partials, you have to have a good plan. You have to have a strong load and then a partial.
Yeah.
I would never go for a cheaper option just because of a possibility to. But that's me. I mean, if you want to risk it, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Sometimes you win that way, but it's very important to know the risks and to know the rewards of a partial before booking them, before planning for them.
Got it. Let's hear the third one because this is something that right now we were talking about the partials. Say about the third one, the third guy that we are having on our list that we take it for.
Yeah, the
$3
third guy is Jelko, because he's a little different than them. He does have a smaller gross, but he's the guy who wants to stay home for the weekend. He wants to take some time off. He wants to maybe Friday pick up a load, then go home, drive it Sunday, deliver it Monday. So he didn't do as many miles. He did $26,880 on 12,256 miles.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, for a month, yeah, that's less than.
Start again. So he did how much, Jacob?
Jelko did $26,880 on
Okay.
12,256 miles. He did that on 21 loads, which 2 of them were partials. Yes, his RPM is through the roof. His rate per mile is 2.19, basically 2.2.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for a
That's
box
amazing.
shark,
For a box shark.
that's almost unheard of. For a whole month on a solid gross, that's pretty good. Especially when you consider his day offs,
Yeah.
when you consider
With
that he
him
was
being home, yeah, and everything. So from those three, what you say? Who is the winner about from your point of view?
Me personally, it's Dimitar. He did the most gross, least headache, least loads. He was on the road all the time, but he didn't worry so much about pickups or deliveries. He had his whole month planned ahead, and he did the highest gross.
From my point, from what I'm seeing, the numbers and all the stuff, because you get them from the system and you told them those 3 guys I want to talk about them.
Yeah.
From what I can see, maybe Zach, I will say, did from those 3 guys the best. Why? On way less miles, being home and making this gross, I can say this is probably maybe the most acceptable thing for him, because later we will discuss how much they net bring home.
Yep.
But from what I can see, I will say that Zach, actually it's Jericho, Zach is easier to so everyone can understand. In my opinion, he's the winner from those 3, in my opinion. Your opinion is Dimitar. I can say that, yeah, that was, I can say, easier, because you say no partial, no headaches, no time, no need to worry that hey, he need to be home, he need to go, he need to pass there, he need to be in Chicago. Then with Zach it's a little bit harder with planning, him being home,
Yeah,
taking him
yeah.
a load that will be bring him home or pass Chicago so he can be home, or
Yeah, he's
I don't know
actually-
where
yeah,
he's
from Detroit.
Okay,
But,
I
yeah,
didn't know
agree.
his place. So
You sometimes are out of options. You have to book a cheaper load to go
Yes,
home.
correct.
You have to, and he still did great RPM. On 2 partial, it's nothing crazy. I mean, we have heard of guys doing
we can even
partials a lot more.
Yeah, we can even see. I mean, we put some, I say, focus on the partials. We see that there are not so many of them, because still we.
Yeah, no,
I
no.
mean, how to say, we are not always you find a load that can be partial. That we need to be
Yeah,
honest.
most of the loads are dedicated.
Are dedicated.
or
Like
they do
90% are dedicated, because
Yeah.
you, first of all, the broker is asking to be dedicated. Second, they are paying to be dedicated. Those kind of loads where you find that he are needing like 30 feet, someone else is needing like 7 feet. So that's the way how you feel those partials. So that's the reason why we don't have that many partials. So pretty much I can say that still we are doing it legal. We are not doing anything against our agreement or stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But we are giving our best to make it fit with the driver's needs. About the RPM, you say it all. Like Zach almost, I can say, for straight box, having 2.19, it's great.
yeah, it's almost unheard of, especially on this month, especially when you take everything in count, all the statistics, all the time off. 2.19. He did avoid the weather. He didn't go to any bad places. He avoided the East Coast when the weather was bad there. He avoided, I don't know, the West, the West Coast. He only stayed Midwest, so he could be home.
So he pretty much was driving on a states or region where he was feeling safe.
yeah,
During the
he-
winter, during the storm, I understand him. That's something that's need to be priority. He's safe, need to be priority.
Yeah, you have to sometimes find a balance between
Yes.
making money
Correct.
and feeling comfortable.
Correct. I agree.
Spending
I
time
agree.
home.
I
and,
agree.
and-
I agree.
Yeah,
So we agree that the king RPM for the box track for the January it's Zek
yeah, definitely.
With-
Zach.
2.19 RPM. That's amazing one. Zvezdan is having 1.94, and Dimitar is having 1.89. With the fuel right now almost low price, I can say those are ideal number. What I want to discuss again with with those drivers, I want to discuss about how much they net bring home in their pocket. So you can go, you can pretty much say the average cost that they are having because we know what we see on the numbers.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the most important part. I mean, it doesn't mean anything if you gross a lot, if you have high expenses, if you're not
correct,
taking home money.
Correct.
I mean, people like to gross as much as possible, but it's most important to optimize it, to make sure that the money stays in your pocket.
Yeah.
So for a box truck, fuel would cost you about 50 cents per mile. Even that's probably on the high side. 50 cents per mile is probably on the high side. But
Yeah,
let's take
yeah.
it as an average. They pay 12% dispatching fee to the company. On average, let's say that we pay tolls $1,200 a month. That's probably on the upside too, but
Yeah.
we will take it as an average. Some guys, especially if you avoid the northeast, you
Depends.
probably,
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
If
if
they
you
avoid
avoid
it, then
Chicago, if you
it will
avoid-
be like to 800, 900. If he push only northeast, probably will go up to 15.
Yeah.
But we agree that the tolls are less than a big truck. So
yeah,
for that,
it is.
for that, let's say we get on some average of 1,200. Let's do that way.
And the insurance, it's roughly $700 a month.
Because we must say over here that most of our trucks that are driving in our company, it's 2024 trucks.
Yep.
So physical for them, it's expensive because if you're having a 2070 truck, the insurance physical for them gonna be like 250, 300.
Yeah,
Not so huge difference when you see how much that truck gonna make you money. 2024 gonna make you more money than the 2018. So the $400 you will save over here, I think that's gonna you will lose them.
that's basically an
yeah.
investment. Yeah,
It's
I
an
mean,
investment, correct.
you'll get that money back in another way.
Yeah,
And if the driver is renting the truck, it's $1,200 a week.
yeah,
Not-
that's the average. I can say that 1,200 is
yeah,
pretty much
for a good new truck.
for a good one. Depends. There is a 1,300 and 1,400, but it depends from where you get it.
Yeah, yeah. That's for the people only who rent it. A lot of the guys own the trucks.
Yeah,
or,
a lot of guys
or are
own,
paying
yeah.
for it
Yeah.
or already paid out. But for $1,200 a week, if you're on the road, that's not too bad. Because you do save on you don't have other costs if you own the truck. You
Correct.
will save
That's
on
the
some
risk.
stuff.
That's the risk. Especially we know that right now a lot of straight box trucks, especially the old one, we are having hearing a lot of people saying, "Yeah, I'm having a driver, he's breakdown over here and towing like 3,000, 4,000 just for a couple of miles, then
Yeah.
paying crazy amount just to fix it."
Yeah, if you're middle of nowhere, you have to tow for miles and miles. They'll rob you. They'll rob
Yeah,
you.
they will rob you. So let's agree, as you say, that the cost that you mentioned. So tell me, with the math that we did, how much those three drivers make
Yeah,
for the
but
previous month.
with considering these costs and the truck rent, Dimitar nets about $15,000 in January.
To be honest, with not having CDL,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah, you have to keep that in mind. They don't have a CDL.
They don't have a CDL. That's important. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, and Yeah, and especially because when you consider it's January, it's a month with Christmas, with New Year's. They did stay home. 15,000 sounds like an amazing month.
Yeah, I agree.
Zvezdan is a little higher. Zvezdan is $15,300.
You see, over
Yeah,
here,
that's a rough estimate.
yeah, this is rough. Correct. This is rough estimate. This is what I was pointing earlier. Zvezdan had 400 less miles. That 400 less miles bring him roughly around 300 more dollars
Yeah.
for in his pocket for driving less.
Yeah, so that's basically 9 more hours that he spent either sleeping or staying at home,
Pretty much yes.
and he still made more money.
Pretty much yes.
And Željko, with the lowest gross, he still was very close to them at $14,900.
Correct.
I
That's
mean,
that's what I say that he is the quiet winner, because even that he didn't make the biggest gross, when you see those numbers, he net. I mean, those are roughly numbers. We don't say that exactly they made that much, because still, as I say, someone make a, I don't know, like $12,340 some expenses. We round it over here on 1,200. So he bring home only 14,900. When you compare to Dimitar, who drive almost 3,400 more miles,
yeah,
you will that's 1 week.
yeah, that's basically a
That's
whole
1 week.
That's a whole week. of
So
driving.
he was driving 1 week pretty much less, and he earned the same money. Yes, we don't say that that's the rule, because previous month we were having a driver with 36,000 something. I think it was Jovan.
Yeah,
Then how to say, that's a difference. But in this month we must, as you said at the beginning, we must inform that it was holidays.
we
It
must
was-
consider that.
It was storms. It was winter. It's not same to. I mean, it's not same. Pretty much, it's still dangerous, but the straight box 26 footer are light one. The 53 reefers are heavy. They have almost 80 kg on total weight. Those one are like 27, 28. So with that being said, the big truck is almost 3 times more heavier. That means that 3 times it's easier for a big truck to go on a snow, because how to say, he's heavy. He hit the road.
Especially going to the mountains, so
It-
the
yeah.
winds, the winds.
The winds and all the stuff. Those
both
guys,
trucks are
if
brutal.
there is a snow, if there is ice, they must stop, because they don't have option. If they go on the road and continue driving, there is a big chance for them to flip over. We
Yeah,
don't like that. We don't like it.
Our drivers do see that on the road, and that's why we advise them to stay safe, to think of their well-being at first, then of the loads. I mean, it's very important to update the brokers, to make sure that your drivers are staying safe on the road, especially during winter. I mean, hopefully the worst has passed, but we still have to keep that in mind and to take care of our drivers.
That is it. Look, I think that we make it now more clear for our guys that are willing to drive straight box or already driving. They can compare how much we make it, how much they make in their companies. They can see if it was worth, because maybe someone also make like 29.80, like Dimitar make.
Yeah.
But maybe he make it on more miles. So pretty much, yes, he will say, okay, I made it also that kind of gross. But how much you earn?
Yeah,
how much
I
you bring
think
home?
we did a great job this month.
So-
we took advantage of the market.
we-
We took advantage of everything.
Correct, I
We-
agree.
we did
with
great numbers.
everything round up, we can say that those gross, we get used to have over 30K. We get used. So
yeah,
now
we
when
have even hit over 40K, but on a lot more miles. I mean, this rate per mile is awesome for a box truck, and,
Yes,
and
correct.
hopefully
I
we
agree.
can stay
I agree.
on that
I agree.
path and keep them 2 per mile or as close as possible to 2 per
yeah,
mile.
that's the winning position for them. I mean, they can. I'm hoping they go even like 2.5, but to be realistic, I don't think it's gonna happen. But if we keep it around $2 a mile or even a little bit more, That's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, it does happen that sometimes in a week they are 2.5. But then again, at the end of the month, when you
When you-
have to have a good week, a bad week,
Yeah, correct.
and a
Correct.
2 per mile for the whole month is a good number to be at. It's a very, very profitable number to be at, and that's our goal, and hopefully we can stay close to it.
Correct. Luca, thank you for being part of this podcast with us today. Especially, it's really important for someone who is dealing daily with the straight backs,
Yeah,
saying these numbers, because I mean it's okay me saying it, but it's different when you say it, because you are the one who pretty much feel that every day. You see it, you know how that's happening. It's way better than, yes, I am included and I'm seeing what you're booking, but you are working that. So thank you for doing everything, and pretty much, guys, we are rounding for the straight backs department, and we are going to our final segment that we are gonna discuss with Bobby. So stay tuned, and we are continuing. Bobby, this is something it's interesting to be discussed. I put it as a question on LinkedIn. A lot of guys were commenting. I were having calls on Facebook, but I will focus on LinkedIn. I'm having, I can't say every single driver, but I'm having from time to time a driver who's coming and it's having this situation. I'm giving him Monday load around 1600 miles, 1700 miles. That's easy load for a, I can say 3-day transit. Maybe it's 2 day, depends when is the delivery, but I will say 3-day transit. What this guy is doing? He's driving the first day around 300, 350 miles. The second day, he's driving like 400 miles. And the last day, he's waiting almost all day, doing like 14, 15 hours break. Then he's starting to drive it and driving it straight to the delivery. He's not late. He's making it on time. But I'm having a problem. He's getting to the delivery. He's making delivery happen, going to sleep.
Yep.
I asked the guys what you're doing to explain to this guy to don't do that. So over there was a couple of options. I tried a couple of options from earlier, but I wanted to hear a lot of other guys what they will say. Now I'm asking you what you say.
I'm gonna be. I saw the post. I saw that there was a lot of reactions, and I saw that there was a lot of people commenting on the post and on the question, and probably on their opinion, how they are handling these situations. I'm gonna be straight and honest with you, and you know that I'm a directive guy and I'm a realistic guy. The guy who is in charge of the fuel, how the fuel is going to our company drivers, to our not owner operators, but the company drivers, the guy who is in charge, so he can, how to say, help them. He can see how they're running.
Okay.
And I think he's doing a good job, but as we discussed with him behind the scenes right now, he needs to be more proactive. He needs to be more
That's for sure.
on the top of the game. Why I'm thinking like that? I'm gonna be saying this happened to us so many times. We do have drivers that we are catching that they are adding on the route for 200, 300 miles. We are trying, as the guys were commenting, with software helping them, making their routes easier, giving them advices how to fuel it, where to fuel it, plan their routes, because as I mentioned before, we do have couple of times situations when we catch the drivers that they are adding 200, 300 miles more on the loads, driving their safest route. And that is almost happening. Probably, I cannot say like all the time, but like when they have chance to catch it and to do it on an overtime basis when we are sleeping, when we are not active, when we are resting, and in the morning when we're gonna go in contact with them and ask them why it was, because to be honest with you, before booking it, we are planning and we are exactly know how much time he needs. We are calculating their rest, we are calculating their breaks, we are calculating their fueling, we are doing everything with them, and after that we just have the answer like, you know what, it was a traffic. Brother, I know that it's gonna be a traffic, but as I mentioned before, like 2 minutes ago, we catch them that they are running 200 or 300 miles more. And to be honest with you, I do understand sometimes when they can make a mistake. We do have a problem there that they are not admitting, and that they are thinking that we're gonna be over the head to them, that we're gonna tell them, hey, you cannot do like this and stuff like that. And all of the time they are taking this as an excuse that there was no enough hours of operation so they can manage to do it, and they're blaming the industry, which is the most common way that they can, like the easiest way they can say, like, you know what, this load is not good. We do have situations when we were managing to be on the time, even with our company drivers during the storms in January, where it was a lot of snow on the Midwest. And not only the Midwest, the whole United States was covered on the snow. So pretty much I can say that we need to be, our guy needs to be more active on that one. And to be honest with you, this kind of situations gonna happen a lot, but as more you're taking and giving, how to say, your time, your planning to this situation, to this problem, is gonna cost you less money as a company. And to be honest with you, I think that it's gonna happen in the future again.
That's
a
for
lot.
sure. That's for sure.
But as much as we lower this kind of situations, I think we're gonna be on a good path, and I think it's gonna be better. As we spoke with our guy, we're gonna give our best. As I mentioned 3 times, we are planning everything with them. We know what's the time that needs. It's gonna take them to take the whole execution for the load, and you know what? As you mentioned, they are leaving. Most of them, they're leaving the 600 or 700 miles for a straight run for the last day, and you can imagine we are passing so many big cities like Atlanta, like Washington D.C., like Baltimore. But
You never know.
Only
You never
one and only one situation, accident on the road, you're automatically late, and it's fault of the dispatcher. It's fault of the not hours of service planning good in a good way. And to be honest with you, the reason when we are giving 1600 miles, and the reason that you are not saying 2-day transit, you are saying 3-day transit, it's just to be
To have you fresh on the third day.
of course. But that 3-day transit is becoming 90% 4-day transit. So
I can say that we are pretty much thinking the same way. I also saw a lot of guys, and what I already tried with the driver, and it's giving results. It's giving results. Example that the dispatcher it's in direct communication with him. I told him that all the time to send him what we are thinking is the best way to reach over there, how it's the best to drive it,
yes,
and telling him that when you make this load, our plan is to take load from there give you again like 13, 1400 miles. So we need you to be fresh. So because you will need to drive again.
That's a good point you are mentioning right now. I didn't mention it. Every time when we are booking the load and we are selling, they are company drivers. They need, like, on default they need to run it, but no, we are doing
Definitely
it.
no.
Yeah, we are doing it in a way better way. We are talking with them. We are explaining to them what we are planning. We are not mentioning numbers, how much the load is paid
Yeah.
or stuff like that. We are just calculating the miles, and we are just, how to say, putting them on a table what we are seeing from Monday until next Monday, how many miles approximately, let's say 200 or 300 miles less or more they're gonna drive it.
Yeah.
And we do have a satisfied driver from Monday morning, from day one. He's starting and he's like going and organizing his pathway through the whole week, so he can be productable for him, he can earn money for him, and he can earn money for us.
Yes.
So it's a good mention that you already mentioned it. I forgot it to mention.
Yeah, but it's giving results. I'm seeing
Yes.
the results. It's the driver. This driver, especially that one, he did 3,700, then he did 33, and I'm thinking that this week right now he will do 31, something like that.
He's
So
on a good note. He's
That-
consistent.
So that means that he's happy
yes.
because with 31 100 miles, he will have a good paycheck. I will say that easy will be probably over 25 around that
Yes.
area. That's I must agree for a company driver. That's amazing check for a weekly. Weekly,
Yes,
we are saying.
of course.
So I say that one. What's interesting that I saw it over there about the software that they are talking, it's that I think that will be only question of time when there will be a good program that will track all your company drivers and make them, how to say, I mean,
Helping them using
yeah,
routes.
pretty much helping them on every single route how it's best to drive it, because still the dispatcher is a human. He today can focus on 4 drivers.
Yeah.
Tomorrow can focus only on 2 of them because he needs the time to spend on booking on loads.
Resolving
And
problems.
with some kind of
planning.
application software that's gonna keep all the time the drivers, I mean, up to date, I can say.
Yep.
Maybe gonna be something that will be interesting, I would say, and that's something that we need to explore. Maybe we will find, because to a lot of guys over there I say like, okay, what's the software? Tell me the software. Like a lot of them say, hey, we use software, but what kind of
What
software?
kind of software? Correct.
No
Yes,
one is
that's a
saying
good-
that one.
Yep.
So
They're just saying software.
either they're hiding it, either they just want to be smart, or however. That's an interesting, like, a thing to think about it, to make it happen, to maybe someone gonna make it happen and we're gonna get it. We will see.
We're gonna see it, and as I mentioned, it's gonna be.
Did you saw the comments about couple of guys saying the same thing? Driver time, hours of service, you can't tell him how to do it. Did you saw it?
Yes, that's why I answered it before. It's something that it's not hours of operations fault. It's not that, as I said, drivers can blame, and other people, those people that were commenting, probably 90% of them
Are the
are
same.
drivers.
There was one good comment from one of the guy, and he was like, just a question: does this driver have Sony PlayStation?
Yeah, console
Does he have TV? And does he have lights in the truck? If you answer me yes, that I totally get it, and I totally know for which kind of driver you are saying.
Yes.
And I just put him like, because I was like, he hit everything.
To be honest with you, there was good drivers. I'm not gonna say that it's a bad drivers. I can say that there are drivers that can make up excuses for something that they can easily do, they can easily be done and calculated and planned with their dispatch. As we mentioned so many times through the series that we were recording, this is the 6th series. Execution it's gonna be great when you're gonna plan with your dispatcher and with your driver. You can be the best dispatcher, Neil. You can be the best dispatcher in the world.
Correct.
But if the guy who is on the other side not gonna put his effort and not gonna do his job, you are not the best dispatcher.
Yes. Yes.
The dispatcher who is less experienced than you, less smart than you, less not impeccable in planning, load planning than you, if he has a driver who is eager to succeed, and
He'll be better.
he will be better.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So I'm not gonna say that are bad drivers or good drivers, or there is a drivers who are just here to, you know what, this is a most common situation. You are keeping them, and that's the thing that we were having, correct me if I'm wrong, in the beginning when we were starting. We were having drivers and we were not experienced to realize that. We were having company drivers that they gonna come to in our company, they're gonna run first 2-3 weeks good, and after that they are disappearing because they made the money, and after that they are not willing to put the same effort that they put it from the beginning.
I was doing analysis over there. It's happening because on a lot of company, they're not paying them.
Yes, also,
And
yes,
we are paying. There is not even a single driver who didn't get paid in our company.
Yeah.
With that being said, when that guy take 4 checks, he never take 4 checks. It's crazy, you know. Everything. It's not it's not possible to say, hey, how it's possible someone to don't get it. There is a company that will not pay you.
Yes.
Because why? I was reading the other day. See the situation. The truck broke down. This is what the driver is saying. The truck broke down. Because of the truck broke down, I think the truck broke down Thursday. Then they find a shop Friday, but the guy don't wanted to fix it because say I will wait Monday, because if I go Friday they will go Saturday. They will charge me and gonna cost me a lot of money. Just imagine, because of the decision of the owner of the company, at the end, he didn't want to pay the driver because he's saying, you know what, the truck didn't make the money. Sorry, I can't pay you now. And you get in fight right now. And the same driver, when he is coming to your company,
And
he will think you're the same.
yes.
So that's the point of why of all those, I can say, episodes that we are doing and all the stuff. We pretty much, I don't want to advertise myself. I want to just show how we are doing it. If you like it, just come. If you
Lil.
don't like it, you have like 1,000 of company, you will do it. But what's important, you need to understand that at least compare us. Compare what we are doing, what others are doing. If you find a better place, go there.
They are correct.
If you are somewhere and it's way better than here, just come.
Yes.
It's simple.
As we spoke behind the scenes so many times, I'm gonna just, how to say, try to connect you and be with you with the same thinking that you were just mentioned. We don't want to advertise ourselves. We do have so many comments, negative comments. We do have so many positive comments, but I can say one thing. Even if some of the people who were commenting negative or some of the people who were commenting positive, they did make money when they were with us. And that's a statement. And
Yes.
that's a period.
Yes, I agree.
And that's a period. You can talk, you can think, you can say whatever you want. But what we have done for our drivers, I'm not saying for the industry, we are trying to be competitive with the rates. We are trying to be high with the rates because we don't want to get cheap loads. We don't want to be, how to say, to I don't wanna. Probably most of the brokers that we are working with, they're gonna see the podcast. I don't wanna be how to say, get wronged from them that we are not gonna be, how to say, helping the brokers to get their the money low. But they know that that was some years that market was on their side and they were killing us.
Yeah.
So we can do statements. We can talk here probably 4 more hours, and we will have so many topics to discuss. The thing is, we're just trying to, as we mentioned before, give them a realistic picture from the for the guys that are starting, for the guys that they are fresh in
What they
this
can
business,
expect.
so they can expect it.
Correct.
We are not here to just, as you said, advertise ourselves. We are doing this because we are fanatics. Let's be honest.
Yeah, correct.
You and me,
Correct.
we can be saying everything. We are trying to be professional. This is podcast. We are trying to be as casual as much, but in the same way professional. We are fanatics of this job. We are living the trucking.
Correct. I
So-
agree.
So
That's for sure.
let's summarize,
Let's
because
summarize.
as we can speak like
So, guys, I think that after this episode, you can clearly see that how much from the gross on the reefers are going in the pocket of the driver, how much of the straight bucks are going to the driver. You can see that you can earn way more with CDL than with straight bucks without CDL. But still, if you can't get a CDL, you can earn real well with a straight bucks. So either way, find your best dispatcher and work with him to make things happen.
I agree.
Don't get me wrong, you can't find just a random dispatcher and say, hey, I know how and what I want, and they're gonna make it happen. If the dispatcher have different style of working, you will never make it happen. As Bobby say, even the best dispatcher with a bad driver can make money. A good driver with just a
Normal
dispatcher
dispatcher.
who
based
at
experience.
least fit with your plans will make more money, because the good dispatcher can't fit with the need of the bad driver. So you always need to find the
perfect
point,
match. The perfect match.
perfect match from what the driver needs and what the dispatcher can do and how he can do. If you find that, you already win.
I agree
That's
with
it,
you.
Bobby.
Yeah,
Do
I
you have
agree
something
with
to
you.
say?
Yes, I agree with you. And to be honest with you, we discussed behind the scene when we were preparing this podcast. We're gonna try to give them some more how to say, this kind of examples.
No,
This kind
definitely
of
we will do this way.
this
We
kind of
will-
structure
yeah,
and
this
stuff like
structure,
that, because
how much they earn.
you know, when we started the battle, it was just kidding between
it
me
was-
and you,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and how to say, I just want to express my thoughts that we are not competing. We have understand.
It's healthy.
Yeah, we are understandable between each other, because even if you are more experienced than me, like 2 years, and I learned from you, and we are right now growing something which is on a good path. Sometimes you are making decision for a good load. You are contacting me. We are discussing in the office. Always, I'm asking for your opinion, because two heads are thinking better
Way
than
better.
one
Correct,
one head.
correct. I
So doing the plans, how to say, following every dispatcher, sometimes it can lead me out of the path. It can distract me. It can give me maybe different picture. To not talk a lot, guys. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for stay tuned with us. Thank you for commenting on the posts on YouTube videos, and stay tuned for episode 7.
And it's really important for us, guys. Click the subscribe button, click like button, and ring the bell. It means nothing to you, but it means a lot for us. That way,
Yes.
it support us.
Thank you,
So,
guys.
Thank you, guys. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye bye.